All right there. Thank you for joining me for another What's Cooking with your girl Chef Keisha B. Today we're going to be making one of my favorites, one of the old school, the raspberry zingers. So we're going to do it quick. This is a quick recipe. This will not be by scratch, although I can make it by scratch. So I'm going to do a little quickie. So are you ready? Let's get this party started. So today you're going to be using your own perfectly moist classic yellow cake. Means that you're going to follow the directions in the back. So you need 1 cup of water, 3 eggs, 1/2 cup oil. We're going to be using this whipped fluffy white with some marshmallow puff. That's for the center. So you need your coconuts, your raspberry jello, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and a teapot because we needed to boil the water. All right, this is a quick recipe. You just have to have a couple. We have a couple of stages we had to go through. All right, let's get this party started. I just poured the product in, the content in the bowl, crack the eggs. 3. Put in your 1/2 cup of oil. Alright guys, I'm a bit distracted right now. And then add in your water. Okay? Now you just want to mix it. 2 minutes. Okay, so we got our 2 minutes going on low speed. And we want to stop it. Okay, we just want to scrape down the sides. Get it kind of stirred up here in the middle. Okay? Just make sure there's nothing sticking to the bottom. And then we turn it back on. Finished. I have a few lumps in there, but no worries. Most of the time they cook out. If they're kind of big, then you'll probably notice a little white spot or something like that. But at the same time, it's edible, so you can eat it, and we're good. Okay, so here I have my Twinkie pan, and I'm just gonna spray mine up. I've got this little cup right here to scoop, and I don't feel like using it, so just want to get it done. For those who don't know me, I am pastry chef Keisha B. Yes, I cook, but sorry about that. Yes, I cook. Okay, so also put your stove, your oven on 350. Okay, now, so go ahead and I'm gonna fill, not all the way to the top because you know they're gonna expand. But like I was saying, I'm a certified pastry chef. Although I cook savory food, I'm not a culinary chef, but I have skills in it. And I also cook at home, so why not? So anywho, I am a certified pastry chef. I put in my 2.5 years in college for it. And I went to Trade Tech, big up Trade Tech College, got the best culinary program, my opinion, out there. Yeah. So just representing, and to all my fellow chefs who I went to class with, if you're on my page, thank you for hanging out with your girl Keisha B. You know? Alright, so let's clean this up. Okay? Well, I'm gonna let my oven heat up a little longer because my oven is on preheat. So we putting them in. If your oven has like a preheat, wait till it says 350. Otherwise, it don't matter. Just pay attention to them while they cook. Okay? Okay. So now while our Twinkies are in the oven, we're getting ready to work on our fluff. Okay? There's no measurement. So there'll be no measurement, no, nothing. gotta think, you know, how many of those little things I'm gonna have. It don't take a lot to fill them up. So I'm gonna say about, I took a little more than half, so I took about a third out, or 3/4. So 3/4 I took out. So right now, you always can add some more. And that fluff always, marshmallow fluff always feels like nothing's in the container. Lord help me. Okay. It's kind of messy. So we're going to go ahead and throw some of this in here too. Try to get the rest of the ice in here. So I'm going to throw some of this fluff in here. Probably about half. So now you want to use your, kitchen little, keep it coming. So, them teens now, I'm just gonna know they Okay, so before I start, I'm gonna turn the oven light on, and I want to just check. Ooh, they're large. So, I'll give you a look. This is a box cake, so you know how to make box cake. Don't judge me on my oven because I'm needed to really wipe it down. Haven't had no time. Okay. The only way I'm gonna know that this is right is that I gotta remember what a Twinkie cream tastes like. All right. Okay. So this is what I have. All right. Thing is too, we're gonna have to let our Twinkies cool before we can pipe cream inside. So I have a delay, but at least let them cool until I want to say 10 minutes. 10 minutes on the counter. Between 5 and 10 minutes on the counter where they're cool enough to pull them out the pan. Then after that, we're going to lay them on some wax paper. And then we're going to let them cool. Sometime I want to speed it up, so I'm just probably going to toss them in the freezer for a minute or what have you and then get back to it. But for now, I'm going to get back to the Twinkies and see how they're doing, okay? All right. Okay, so we're going to let these cool down. They're probably going to shrink down. I have another probably 3 or 4 to make, because I want to have them all ready. So I'm going to let this cool. Let these cool for 10 minutes. And in the meantime, go ahead and boil your, go ahead and boil your water. And then, turn off the fire. All right? See you in a minute. Okay. So now we're going to do our jello part. So if you was making regular jello, it would have been 1 cold, 1 hot. But we're not going to do any cold. We're only going to do hot. And we're not going to do 2 cups. Because it's normally 2 cups cold. 1 cup cold, 1 cup hot. We're only going to do 1 cup hot. And I want to do, I really feel like this is too much. I'm going to, this was a half. I'm going to do 1/4. I'll do a 1/3. But wait, let me see, because we do need it to soak in. So you know what? Let's go back to 1/2. I don't mean to confuse you, but I'm doing this on the spot. So I'm actually creating this. Okay, so I have 1/2 cup. So 1.5 cup of hot water. Can you see me? Yeah, so mix it in. I feel like it need to be a little bit more tangy or a little bit more thick, but we'll see. We're not ready to use it, so to sit on the counter for a minute, okay? So basically I was it with the jello, so put it to the side. also want to show you what happened to my Twinkie because I sat here and I didn't have no patience and I pulled it out of the stove. But I made about 3 more and they're like probably going to come out a smaller Twinkie size. That way you won't have to waste all of this cake. You know, so if you like it this big, that's fine. If not, don't do it. So anyway, you want to use your bread knife. Bread knife has ridges on it. So yes, each of your knife has a responsibility. So you got to know what your knives do. And don't be afraid. It's not perfect. We're not going to use this anyway. But it's not perfect because remember, we're going to pour all the liquid on and roll it around in coconuts. And you know you ain't never got really no perfect Twinkies. We be looking for them, but they be smashed. They're broke up. So anywho, this is how it would look. I guess if I done tear it up. But anyway, my Twinkies are huge. It's big. So when they all cool down, I'm just going to cut the sides off. Okay? All right. Stay tuned. Okay, so here are the Twinkies that are finished. Like I said, they're pretty big. So I'm going to do what I just showed you. Cut the sides off if you made them like me. If you didn't, you don't have nothing to worry about. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to be a little gentle here. Just cut the sides off. I won't lie, I didn't let them sit and rest for 10 minutes like I told you to do because I'm impatient. I wanted to hurry up and use that pan so I can turn the stove off. It's summertime. It's hot. Continue this process if you did what I did. Continue the process till you're done, okay? Okay, so mine is all cut. And now what I'm gonna do, got a little hole there. So now what I'm gonna do is put these babies in the freezer because before we can pipe some cream in them, we really want to make sure that they're very cool in the inside or the cream is gonna melt. So you don't want that. So I'm gonna put these babies in the freezer. I'm not gonna have a time. I'm gonna check on them, but normally if you want to time it, start with 10 minutes, okay? All right. Okay, so now we're getting ready to shred up our coconuts. You can either chop them up with your knife or you can put them in here. I'm kind of lazy today, and I'm not lazy at all. I don't feel like it. It's hot. So anyway, we're gonna pour some of this in. Don't pour the whole entire bag. Put about half. If you tear up the bag and tear up the zippy, put it in another Ziploc bag which you have left. I have containers, so I put them in my containers. So anywho, about half of a bag. Remember, if it's not enough, then you go ahead and make some more. But I told you I like to start off small. That way I won't have too much to throw away or to do whatever with. That should be enough. So that is about half, and that's sweetened coconuts. Sweetened coconuts. I might have to chop these. Let's see. Let me go a little longer. In your bowl, it's chopped up. I can get it finer than this, but then it will kind of be like a little too much for the Twinkie, and it'd be more coconut than anything else if I chop it up any finer. Okay, so let me get this mess up. Okay, another step. So I have this. It's pretty much for like Twinkie piping and piping stuff inside of something, and then I have my bag. So if you don't have this piping tool, I mean, you can pop some of it out with a little knife, cut a little circle in the back, underneath, and then pipe some, spoon it in if you want to. Heck, you can cut them, slice them down the middle, lay it on top. Anything you want. Do what you want to do. So I have this too, so I'm going to put it in. And trust me, it look easy because I have this. It's not. That thing going to explode, break, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to take just a bit more. All right. So that's it. So before I start, I want to go ahead and I want to go check. Let me lay this flat. I want to go check and see how our Twinkies is doing, if they're ready to be piped yet. Okay, so they are, and we're gonna toss them back in the freezer for a second. So I don't know if I can pick them up because they might be sticking. Okay, so this is how it looks underneath. I'm just gonna shove it down. Sorry, I had to see. My bad. It felt like wasn't nothing coming out, so I had to pull it out. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Turn it back over, lay it where it was at on your paper, and try another one. I really want to pipe it in because I'm gonna be mad if no cream come out, but it's really hard to tell. So try to keep it in there and just try to fill it up. Okay, I can feel it. Okay, this one I'm gonna add more. Okay, so you get the drift, right? So go ahead. I wiped all this down. Go ahead and continue the process. So I'm getting ready to pipe them all right? And don't forget, if you run out, you can still use the remaining of your Twinkie cream and make some more for the rest of your Twinkies that you have left. I'm just gonna work with what I'm working with and call it a day. Okay, look like I've done them all. So now let's get this out the way, okay? For me, there's no right or wrong way to do this. So get you a spoon or whatever and just go ahead and try to soak down your cake. It's not easy, trust me. And you gotta be able to get this whole entire cake filled with this liquid, okay? Okay, so we have them covered up. So now I want to try to, well, let me just put it here. We're going to have to wet it up again. So go ahead. They're going to be falling off. It's okay. Remember, these are not by scratch. So these are quick. By scratch, I probably would have made like a raspberry puree. And it would have helped, you know, be more gelatin where I can really stick it on good, sticky. But since this is a quickie, this is what you get when you half step. This is what happens when you don't make it the right way. You want to always do something quick. But I know everybody is not a baker. They don't feel like baking. So this is mainly for them, the quickies. Maybe I'll do it again on another video at another time, and then I'll make it by scratch. But all the way through. It's just a long process. But I'm sure I can make it happen. It ain't that long. Okay? So, it's pretty messy. We're gonna juice this up one more time, but what we're gonna do is try to get all of this excess coconut off the paper and back in the bowl, okay? All right, let's get that done. Okay, so I'm still working on it, guys, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm a pastry chef. It's killing me. So I'm gonna have to use a little bit of brown sugar. I'm gonna say like about a teaspoon. I gotta use some. I can't take it. I can't take it. Just can't take it. So I feel like I need to heat this up again. I don't really like to half step too much, but like I said, I do the easy ones for the people who don't really do all that cooking, you know, or baking. It's okay, but so let's go ahead and put more back on, okay? And then the same coconuts that's on the paper, kind of put them back. You know, put it back, kind of pile them back on. So more coconut. What you have left in your bowl? All right. Now, try to pack some on. All right. And then we're going to try to transfer it over to the other paper. Look at that. That looks beautiful. Okay, and we'll just keep doing it. I hope y'all can see me. Okay. God, I wish I made this by scratch. Because I know I can give it that taste. Like, I love mine kind of tangy, but like more of the jelly raspberry stuff, the sticky stuff. You don't know how much I love these. Everybody will go to the store and just bring me a pack. It's that bad, but I don't like them like I used to. Hostess don't taste the same. And you guys know why, but that is not my business. This one is broke, so I'm trying to be easy, but it soaked up a lot of the liquid. So I'm thinking on what I want to do. I'm thinking whether I should, talking to you while I'm cleaning up. I'm thinking that I should go ahead and just put them in the, let's put them in the refrigerator. Don't look at that one, because that one took a lot of liquid in it. So it's broken. These things are heavy. So anyway, let me get the package. Smaller, right? Alright, so anyway, let's put these in the refrigerator for between 20 to 25 minutes, okay? We just kind of want things to set just a little bit. So go ahead and do that. Alright, guys, so there you have it. Now that's what's cooking with your girl, Chef Keisha D. Not by scratch, but a real quick way to make your favorite treats. Unless one day I decide to make them by scratch, I'll post a video. But for right now, this is a quickie. And it's my favorite. So, I'm selling today. And this is your close-up. Now, my favorite part, since these are my favorite, you know what? You got to try them. Okay, I don't want them to fall apart because I kind of rushed it this here. So I'm going for this one. So you see underneath. And I'm going to break it. Oh Lord. It's not very much cream in this one, but it'll work. It is really good. And I want to say thank you for joining me. Let me eat this. For another What's Cooking with your girl, Chef Keisha B. Bye for now. Look at me, guys. I tried to package them up. So, side note. You know when you buy your favorite pack of Twinkies or what have you, they sit on the shelf for a while or what have you. And so they're much drier. So don't let that scare you. The ones that we just made, because they're still moist and they haven't set up. So, I mean, the longer you allow them to set up, then they'll end up like this, except for these have more shelf life. So don't play around. They will get old if you don't eat them. So if you want, you can leave them out on the counter overnight, and you might, some of the flavors might set in then. But if you want to eat them just like I did right off the spot, just know that they're a little moist because they haven't had time to set. All right. So I just want to say thank you for joining me and watching my channel. Thank you for all your support.